Pizza Head Podcast is an animated show that can be found on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram under the name Pizza Head Podcast. So go check it out. I'm the animator and the voice of Pizza Head, but I'm the voice of Pizza Head. All right, here we go again. This is the Pizza Head Podcast, and we got a special guest, an MMA fighter coming up through the ranks. Somebody that's gonna come knock a block off. His name is Angel or Angel Bacerra, and we're welcoming him to the podcast. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, good. Chilling.
All right, all right. So we went through the Instagram, and I was asking you if I could use. You're also an artist.
Yeah,
You did all those little. I mean, not little. You did all the art on your page. Those
yes,
are all
sir.
you. So I do
Yes,
actually
sir.
want to still use those because
Yeah,
if you don't mind, and we could, incorporate you into. I'm just trying to get an army going for the Pizza Head podcast, and
I
thank you very
see.
much for agreeing to do the
Mm.
podcast. Because I don't know, I don't know about you. This is kind of weird, We don't know each other,
I'm
but
I'm
uh,
chilling.
but it's like
Nah, are you trying to do like a whole universe with the Pizza Head thing? Or are you like, is that what you're trying to do?
yeah, and I'm trying to do on YouTube. I'm getting a bunch of views. Trying to host a podcast network over there. I don't
Hmm.
know what you're into. You got some talent
That's
for sure
yeah,
with the art. I saw a whole thing with you had a bunch of dudes or little. You got like a frog that looks
yeah.
really cool, like a witch or something. I was thinking like making like a Legend of Zelda style witch
Okay.
that you go in and you talk to him, stuff like that. Anyways,
Yeah. That's essentially so you saying you want to do like a universe and stuff like that. That's essentially what I'm trying to do with my stuff too.
okay,
I
cool.
have like a whole like story I'm trying to put into it. That's what the shirts come in. Like
Yeah,
even that character that you brought up, the frog is like one of the first like starter. Like you could think of it like a Pokemon kind of,
yeah,
like a starter
okay,
Pokemon. Yeah, so I'm trying to like do something like that. I feel like it'd be cool if I had like a my own universe and then somehow like there's like another dimension and then your universe is included somehow. Like maybe they like take like a little trip, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. I
some kind
like
of
that. I like
like
that.
good.
No, no, no. I was just saying I like that. So you're an MMA fighter, and we'll talk about that in a little while. You're doing matches. You're coming up in the ranks. Probably you're doing you just got off of training right now, right?
Yeah, I just came from sparring actually. I have a match coming up in February 24th, actually, I believe.
So,
Mhm.
so yeah, that's pretty cool. So if we could we just run through maybe just for the listeners, how did you come about getting into that? How do you deal with that and work and have your own place? It looks like you have your own place. It looks very nice. I can see it from here.
Yeah, thank you.
Uh, just tell us a little bit about yourself, if you would. You know.
Well, first of all, I can't say this is, just my place. I'm with my girl, she heard you say that. She had to give me the side eye, like, hold up, like it's not just you, so
Beautiful, beautiful.
yeah, yeah. No, but when it comes to like how I got into it, you always want to give like the deep answer, like, oh, I was born to do this or some shit like that, like it was in my blood or like I don't know, bro. Like it's
You're in
just
it for the money. No, no,
nah,
just kidding.
I mean, honestly, part of it is like I'm trying to like I'm not really an outgoing kind of person.
Me
So I feel
neither.
like
I hate doing
yeah,
this stuff, but the
yeah.
podcast helps the
Mhm.
cartoon. So anyway, go ahead.
Normally I'm really anxious to do this, but like I'm trying to actually put myself out there. So I'm like I have to do this kind of thing,
Yeah, get
So
out of
when it
your
comes to
comfort zone. Yeah.
exactly. So even just when it comes to fighting, I'm like super anxious. So I know like if I'm going to be anxious, I have to find something that's going to push me against that, like something that's going to make me not be anxious as much in like regular life. And I just happen to find like the most extreme way to, combat that, which is actual combat. So I think that's what it
Yeah.
is.
So how did you? So that's how you got into it. You were just
Well,
like, I
I
got it.
my cousin kind of showed me some boxing stuff, and I think I kind of liked like Canelo when he first started boxing. I
Oh
saw
yeah.
some like Chuck Liddell when I was younger, and once I got older, I just kept watching like YouTube videos of Mike Tyson and like even World Star. and I was like, I'm gonna just try
Like
it myself.
world star.
Yes, sir. Like, bro, I used to get high as fuck
All right, for
in
sure.
high school and watch that shit all day.
Yeah. Okay, so how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Because I mean, I guess it's gonna come up sooner or
Mm.
later if you're a boxer. I mean, not a boxer, an MMA fighter.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hit you back with a little bit of a question myself. How old do you think I am?
21 to 22.
Okay, okay. I usually get like 47, but I'm 26.
Well, I'm 39, so
Okay,
you know,
okay. You're actually a lot younger. You look like younger. I thought you were like in your
yeah, I get
early
that a
30s.
lot. It
Yeah.
works well with the ladies.
Okay, okay.
Nah, I'm
My
married.
bad, my bad.
I'm married. I'm just joking.
I see.
But well, that's beautiful then. Well, you know, you're an MMA fighter, so let me ask you this: what do you think of I forgot
Have you
about
ever have you ever been in a fight?
street fight? Yes.
Yeah. How did that go?
Uh, not that good. I'm only
Not
five
that
six. I've been in a couple
you're
street fights. No, it never goes well. I did try to start training years back for MMA, but it was so
mm,
expensive. So I got
it-
really into it. I mean, I have a gym in my house. I built a gym. We work out a lot, me and my wife. But
mm.
I don't want to fight anyone. I'm a lover, not a
Nah, of course
fighter.
not.
The old cliche. So, so I
Unfair.
just had a daughter, and that's me and my wife. We're just like, we're gonna put her in MMA.
Mhm,
We're like, fuck tennis, fuck
mhm.
golf, fuck all that shit. We're gonna put her in, not MMA, but just like
Jiu-jitsu
some
or
type
something like
of,
that.
yeah, some type of thing that she can feel like she can defend herself because I just feel it's like it's gonna happen. It's fundamental. Like you see videos all the time of people getting in fights all the time nowadays. It's just like you gotta know how to defend yourself. And she's a girl,
True.
not no offense against girls or anything, but I want
I
her
get
to be able to defend herself. And I'm gonna be the proud daddy, going
Yeah,
to
yeah.
watch her matches and stuff. But anyways, what are you training for? What's your next match you're coming up on? Are you
So the next one is going to be an MMA match, February 24th, I believe. I'm 3-1 right now. I'm going up against a guy that's 2-0,
nice?
so gonna take that O from him.
Yeah.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, you heard it here first.
Yeah,
That's cool.
literally.
So, okay, so let me ask you this. So, I asked you if you wanted to if I could use your artwork in the animation. Would you want to do a character on the show, or do you want to
Yeah.
just like all that would consist of is I would hit you up, you do like a little voice thing, and then I put it right into the show. You don't have to really do much. It doesn't have to be like a whole big production like we're doing right
Mhm.
now.
Yeah, I already have like I already animate a lot of the drawings I already do. I just don't like I don't really post it. So I do have like already some animations like set up, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Even of like the frog character that you're talking about, like I already have that like set up. So I'm
All
like,
right, so do you want to use that for your own anime? I don't know. Or it could
well,
be a guest character, like The Simpsons
yeah,
used to do stuff with Family Guy, you know what I mean?
yeah, that'd be sick.
Like
Yeah, I
like
mean,
like
I could
blend
do
it
both.
together.
Yeah, both. Like I could give you my character, like it doesn't matter, honestly. It sounds fun. Like it sounds cool, you know what I mean? Like I'm interested in it, so let's do it.
I guess people that would listen to this would be asking like, what is your mindset? Because that's what I think. Like, what are you
Mm.
thinking about right before you're about to fight somebody? Because you're gonna fucking maybe get some permanent damage to your body. How do you go in there and just like be like, okay, you know what? This is what I do for a living. This is what I want to do. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna fuck this guy up. How do you how do you how do you gear yourself up for that?
Well, first you gotta like it. Like you have to know you like it. You can't think you like it. You have to be for certain that you like it, because it's gonna suck. Like it's not gonna be fun the whole
Yeah.
time. It's gonna suck most of the time. Like 99% of the time, it's gonna suck. But it's honestly just having trust in your training, like believing in yourself, believing that you did enough. Like if you cheated yourself, if you like didn't do your training right, if you didn't do any of that, you're gonna go in there terrified. You're gonna know you fucked up. You're gonna know the guy worked harder than you, and you're gonna get fucked up. Like because that's usually how it plays out. But if you did your training and you're confident, even if you lose, there's like a you still put in the hard work, you still put up a good fight. There's like a feeling you get when you cheat yourself and when you actually put in the hard work. So when you put in that hard work, you get a lot of confidence. So it's not as scary as it sounds. A lot of it is just training. And in training, you'll see, oh, okay, I got this guy doing this, or I caught this guy with this punch. I'm gonna do that in my fight. And I know I can do it because I already did it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
You're
So
making
it's a lot of
perfect sense.
training that gives you confidence.
That's beautiful. Let me ask you a question though. Where can I get one of those tiny beanies at? I like the beanie. He's got a tiny
Bro.
beanie. No, I'm fucking with you. You
No,
know,
no, no. This is
it's all
my
jokes over here at Pizza Hut, but I'm just looking at because you're such a good, you're a fighter. What do I do? I make jokes on the internet. Who cares?
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm just
And
fucking
my
with
girl
you.
actually made this for me. She actually
Oh, she's
makes,
a knitter. She knits.
yeah, she crochets.
That's
Mhm.
dope. My girl makes
Let's
candles. Anybody listening right now, Home by Nine is selling candles right now out the
go.
wazoo. So go
I
get
heard this.
your can. Go ahead, go ahead.
I heard they smell good. That's all I was gonna say. I heard they smell good. I have never seen them, but I heard they smell good.
There you go. You heard it here from an MMA fighter, and you know
There
his senses are through the roof.
you go.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I don't know. I don't like. I still get scared, bro. Like I'm still terrified. I don't want to fight somebody. Like the thought of getting in a steel cage with somebody is still terrifying. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Where do you
but
train out of? Where do you train out of? What
um, Team Quest and San Jacinto. So I don't know if you're familiar with Dan Henderson, the guy that knocked out Michael Bisping.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
Yes,
Dan Henderson. Yeah, I'm a fan of MMA more than I am of any other sport. So,
yes,
but
sir. That
I
dude.
still didn't know that Tyson Fury wasn't in MMA. But anyways, go ahead.
I mean, I seen him with a couple MMA gloves on. I don't blame you.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
Dan Henderson, he actually owns Team Quest in Temecula, and
Oh, okay.
one of the gyms that branched off is the one I train at, which is a Team Quest in San Jacinto or Hemet.
Okay, so how do you go about get in a fight though? Do they ask you like, "Hey, you're looking good. Have you ever thought of a fight or did you go out and seek that? Did you want to
Mm.
do it? Like that's what you knew what you want to do? You're only what'd you say, 20,
26.
24,
26.
26? So how did
Mm.
you know like how did you do that? How did you go
Yeah.
about getting the fight? Does
So
it cost you
technically,
money?
it does cost money for like blood work and physicals and stuff like that.
Mm,
But other than that, like you just have to pay for your ride there and your gloves and your set. Like anybody could sign up for a fight. You just have to type in like MMA event and then in California it's camo, like kind of California martial arts, whatever the hell.
yeah.
Um, and you go onto that website and you can just register. If you have an email, you have to do your blood work, your physical. That's it. That's really all you need. But other than that, my coach, um, I told him I wanted to fight. He watched me for like a couple months and then told me, hey, there's like a smoker, which is essentially like a fight that doesn't go on your record. And you could fight against somebody else from another gym for
That's dope.
experience, essentially, for free. That's pretty much how it started.
Wait, say that again. So a smoker means it doesn't go on your record, meaning that you have a record, obviously, because we have to
I do.
know how
Yeah.
many fights you have, but who has access? Like, okay,
So
you gotta
in
explain to a
terms of
layman like
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I don't
No,
really know
no.
how it goes. I watch a
So
lot
in
of
terms
fights,
of
but I don't know what happens. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah. So in terms of like smokers, it's as simple as one gym going to another gym and bringing their guys with them to spar, like just
Okay,
fighting.
okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And
Okay,
they
got you.
have like a commissioner there, like a state commissioner. It's not taken super seriously. You're not really meant to knock the other person out. It's just more to see where you're at level wise. And you do like three, maybe four of those, and then you actually start fighting, and those go on your record. Those are like on a official Camel website. So you can check them, you can see who other people fought, where they're from, what gym they're at.
Okay.
Yes, there's
So
like a
you're
whole
like a
website.
journeyman fighter at this point.
Yeah,
You're like a so
like whatever.
I'm a electrician. I'm a journeyman. When someone asks me
Yes.
to go do a job, they want to see my credentials. They want to know how what I know. I go there, I do the job, I get paid. So that's kind of essentially the same deal. You
Yeah.
need okay, so you're a
Yeah,
journeyman fighter.
yes, I get called up like I'll get called up like randomly like after training and it'll be like some dude in like middle of like California, saying like, "Hey, if you want, we have like this fight for you lined up. This is who we are." And I'm like, let me think about it. You know what I mean? Like it's really that crazy. Like they just call you up randomly. Like it's really like that.
Okay, cool. So I'm glad I called you up randomly because I want to know
There you
this
go.
stuff. I
Mhm.
actually like I said, this is the only sport that I'm really into because it's one guy against another guy, and you both agreed we're gonna train as hard as we can, and I'm gonna fuck you up when we get there, right? And we just gotta figure out who's the best at it, and that's why we love MMA. But I don't think a lot of people understand like I don't know what you're training at right now, but you got your stand-up game, you got your ground game. People look at the ground game like, oh man, why are they on the ground? We
Mhm.
want to see knockouts. It's like it's not about that though. You don't
Mhm.
understand how long these people have been training. You don't know where they came from. I don't have to tell
Dude,
you. I'm just telling the
yes.
audience that's listening.
Yes.
So,
Grappling is the hardest part.
so what are you better at, stand-up game or grappling? And what style do you use? And do you use a gi or do you use no gi? Let us know.
Yeah. So I do very little gi. I do a gi just so I could get promoted. That's really the only way you could get promoted in jiu-jitsu. You need to do gi jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
So that's the only reason why I do it. Other than that, I do a lot of wrestling, honestly. I started off as a striker, boxing, I teach boxing. I love boxing. I'm mostly a striker, but we have a wrestling coach that we've had, and he's really passionate. And I feel like he's putting a lot of time into me, and it's making me go through the roof in terms of my progression when it comes to grappling. So I've been
yeah,
trying to do that a lot more. I feel like it's really giving me an advantage when it comes to striking because I'm able to make them scared of my grappling,
yeah.
and then make force them to have to stand up with me, which I love.
So let me ask you this then. As a layman, I don't know nothing about fighting. I mean, I know a little something, but
Mhm.
how much does the trainer affect your training? Because you just said right now that it made you feel more comfortable. So that must give you like a boost. So can
Dude,
you give us a situation, like tell us how it works, and then tell us a situation where it didn't work, like you didn't like the particular trainer. You don't have to name no names, but just generalities.
excellent question. That's an excellent question because a lot of the time, like for me, I always told myself that it's always the individual. It's not necessarily up to the person teaching the technique. It's up to you to implement it. So if you think they're teaching you something that is not practical, you should be able to put that into your regular game. Like let's say he's teaching you a flying knee and you're like, why would I learn a flying knee? It's like
Yeah,
not practical. But for me, I always thought, okay, well, I'll maybe use it one day, But there gets to a point where you're learning every single thing you're learning is impractical. Like you're not finding out why you're doing something. Instead, you're just following through what somebody's telling you what to do. So for yeah, you don't build like a foundation. Instead, you're being told like, hey, if you go over here, you'll get water. But you're not telling the person that they need a well, they need to build that well and that kind of thing. You're just telling them
yeah,
to
I
go
like
get that
that.
water. So they're not understanding how to build their own game when you don't have a good trainer. For example, like um, there's a trainer that is just strictly a striking coach, and he's been leveling up a lot of people because he is super passionate and pays attention to what actually works. And when you got somebody that is teaching what they think works rather than what they know works, you can tell the difference. It's really, I guess that's like the best way to put it. It's just a lot of
Hmm.
like you're
Okay,
not
have you
gonna know why.
Have you ever had a situation where you trained for a fight very vigorously with a trainer and they led you astray and you knew that it was the wrong sort of technique that they were training? You were like, okay, I'm not gonna, because most of fighting is like learning what not to do sometimes, right? Or am I wrong
Yeah,
about that?
100%. But I think so that was a good question. I haven't had that where like I had somebody led me
Okay,
astray.
that's good.
But what I have had is like a coach that is not necessarily there. Like you need somebody that's on you. So maybe I needed more of somebody who's like paying attention and like they maybe were teaching me the right thing, but not seeing that I didn't truly understand. Like they were teaching it to me, but
Yeah.
not making sure I have it. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes perfect sense, and you
Yes.
articulated it perfectly,
Thank
unlike
you. Thank
myself.
you. That's great.
No,
Well,
no,
I'm sober,
this
so
is great insight. No, 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 I'm totally being genuine with you. Me and my friends been watching MMA fights for, you know, I'm 39 years old. I've been watching this since before, it got into the mainstream. But
yeah.
what is driving you to do this? Like, because I make money for my family. I have a daughter, I have a house, I have dogs. I'm just
Mhm.
trying to make money to keep doing my stupid cartoon show. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? What I know fighters are different, like because it is fucking pass or fail with you guys. If you fucking make it, you fucking make it. If you don't,
Mhm.
you're fucked for hell long. You gotta figure out what you did wrong. You gotta start all over again.
So I, so well, essentially, like, I, I feel like I'm traumatized by a lot of things. Like, I saw my grandma work like a 9 to 5 and like essentially just not enjoy herself, and I see
Yeah,
my
whole
mom come
life.
home. Yes, like my mom come home pissed off from work. Just essentially people all around me just pissed off at life, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that to be the case anymore. So, and I felt like the only way I could give them the life I feel like they deserve is if I like essentially sacrifice myself to put myself out there and get more eyes on me so I could sell my art. That's essentially the goal.
So that's a good break. So let's tell the audience how to follow you. Are you only on Instagram, or do you have
I do have a
other
YouTube. I do want to be a little bit more active on YouTube, like in terms of MMA stuff, maybe teaching some techniques that I think work really well. But
Beautiful, beautiful.
yeah,
Let's
I'm
see.
not really active
Tell
on
the
it.
audience your IG and your YouTube. Will you tell everybody about that real quick?
Yeah, it's just Angel Way, Angel Wuey on both of them. I'm a little eyeball on Instagram. I'm a little pig
W.
on YouTube.
What was it? Angel W. What?
Angel Way.
Angel Wuey on
Yes, sir.
Instagram and YouTube. Please go follow him. He's a friend to the show. He's fighting for his life out here, ladies and gentlemen. So just follow him out there if you can. If you're a friend to the show, just follow him. Just he's not gonna let you down. He's only 26. He's coming up in the ranks. He's making his way through this world.
I'm just a
He
boy.
didn't give up like me.
Yo, what? Yo, no,
I'm just kidding.
no. That's fine.
I'm just joking around. I
All
like
right.
to have
Well,
fun on this show. But yeah, so I hit you up through the Instagram and we started talking. Thank you for saying yeah, but did you think I was a weirdo on there, or were you just like I don't
mm,
give a
you
shit,
know
or
what?
what?
I didn't think you were weird because I always like when people are very direct, but I felt like you were very direct. I was like, this guy is trying to get this done. I was like, all right,
Yeah,
let's
I'm
do
trying to
this,
get it
bro.
going. I'm trying to
Yes,
get it
sir. I
going.
was like super direct about it. I was like, let's do it, bro. Hell yeah. I like that.
Well, you had some artwork on there where I was like, okay, he kind of knows what he's doing.
Mhm.
Are you using Procreate?
Nah, I use Adobe Draw.
Oh,
Or
you're
excuse me,
using Adobe.
Adobe, what the fuck? Adobe Fresco. I used to use Adobe Draw.
Yeah, I tried to use that. You know what? I didn't like it too much. I'm doing everything on
It's
the iPad.
yeah, it's a little
I just
weird.
don't.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just don't like learning new stuff. I'm kind of set in my ways. I do everything
Weird.
like I draw it out first, and then just take a picture of it, and then I'll color it later. I'm just like, eh, I don't
Okay.
want to learn a
I
new.
didn't, so wait, you draw it on a piece of paper first, and then you take a
Yeah,
photo of it, and then you
yeah, I just
redo
do
it?
it like that. Yeah, because I got a scanner, and then I was like, I gotta
Oh,
go to the next room and scan it. I ain't got time for that.
that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I just take a
I didn't.
picture, boom,
Mm,
and I'm done. I'm doing it in my kitchen, as you can see.
mm,
I did
nice.
that. That's all messed up. You see that? I did that.
Mm. So
We
how'd you
bought
do
this.
that?
We bought this house like 2 years ago, and then
Mm,
we had to get an oven because it was such an old house. It's like from the 70s. So we bought an
mm,
oven, but it didn't fit, and the garage is right there, so you
mm.
couldn't like. So long story short, I did my own carpentry work, and it's fine, but I haven't finished, and it's been like 2 years.
I would
So
have thought that's just how it was. Honestly, I wouldn't even have
uh,
noticed.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got it. You got it.
Yeah. So are you trying to keep doing the art stuff? So what are you
Yeah.
trying to do with the
So
art stuff?
I'm gonna do that for the rest of my life. That's what I'm doing forever. I'm only fighting because I'm young. That's really the only reason. And
Sure.
I could. So, but the art, I'm essentially trying to build a whole universe in terms of like a game. I want to try to be like Walt Disney, where he has like food, animation studio, like merchandise, like essentially like I want to make soap, like anything, like anything in your household. I want to like do something in terms of that. I was even thinking of making, you can take this idea if you want to give a fuck, but I was thinking of making like stickers that were spices or maybe like fruit or something. So you could put it on your cabinet and you could like label it like this is where the fruit goes or like this is where the spices go and just have my characters involved in that somehow.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Just
Yeah,
yeah, like Mickey and Minnie or
exactly.
yeah,
Like
that
just have it
makes
everywhere.
sense. I mean,
Hmm.
they're already on our plates whenever I feed my kid, it's Mickey Mouse or Minnie
Exactly.
Mouse or I don't even think about it anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, even just have like essentially if I don't get all that and all I get is one thing, I would want like a plaza named after my grandma with like a MMA gym, like some place to display art, and then like a music area, like some place people could play music, maybe have like a record shop or some shit like that,
You
like
play
some kind of
music?
plaza. I make beats like a little bit, very little.
Okay, beautiful.
Mhm.
You mentioned your grandma. Do you want to say anything about your grandma on here? What, why you?
She was essentially like my mom. So like think of it that way. Like she raised me, but she
You
passed away. So
okay, you
yeah.
don't want to talk about it too much. Okay, that's
Well,
fine.
I don't mind. I don't mind. It's just I don't
If you want
like.
to tell any stories about it, feel free. So
Mhm. I mean, she was
this is your
chill. She'd always
time to
wink at me. She had
shine.
cool hair. Yeah, she was cool. She was chill. She's where I got most of my humor from, I feel like. She showed me that like to knock down barriers because she didn't really speak good English. So
Sure.
she would, and I thought it was crazy that she would try to talk to people, like no matter who they were, like whether it would be homeless or like anybody, like she would try to speak English. I was like, I didn't know my grandma could do that. So she kind of showed me to be like accepting and like be open to other people, and like how to be respectful too. I feel like I learned a lot of respect from her. So
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, my grandma was kind of like that, or is kind of like that. My grandma refuses to pass away when COVID
Or
happened.
refuse. Oh my God.
She just turned 91 or 92. She started coming around more. We were like, Grandma, you got to stay home. There's a pandemic. She was like, Nope, I'm coming to all the family party.
Oh
You just had a
no.
kid. I'm coming.
Oh
So
my
I saw her
goodness.
more during the pandemic than before that because she was just like, I'm coming. I was like, all
Yeah,
right.
you got that. That is amazing. That's beautiful. You
Yeah.
gotta appreciate that.
I think I'll be the same way too. Like, I don't want to stay at my house by myself. I don't care if I'm gonna die. What am I gonna do by myself? Who
Of
cares?
course, yeah, of course. 100%.
But we're wrapping up here. We're gonna run out of time soon. So, is there anything you want to tell everybody? I don't know. There's something on your mind that you want to get. That's my job to get it out of you. But I just feel like you got a lot to say. So maybe something off the top of your head. Maybe you wanted to talk about. Is there anything?
Um, I just had a son. That's about it. That's really one thing I
Oh,
want to say.
congratulations!
So
Congratulations! I'm adding some claps right here. Oh, how you doing, buddy? What's his name?
Marcus. Baby
Marcus.
Marcus.
All right.
He just woke
Daddy's the
up, so
champion.
he's a little weird right now.
That was me 2 years ago. I was like, oh
That's good.
man, I
You have a
can't believe I
2-year-old?
did. Yeah, 2 year old
Oh.
daughter. Well, she's gonna be three now. I can show you a picture because she's sleeping. I don't want to wake her up or she's gonna tear the whole house down.
Is that your only kid?
Yes, I waited
Oh
too
wow.
long, but I wish I would have had more. That's my little baby right there.
Oh, she's adorable. And she's fashionable too.
Yeah, that's her mom. She keeps her in
Okay,
that
okay.
Gucci. But
Sick,
yeah,
sick.
I waited a long old time, and I was like, I don't want to have kids. I don't have kids. And then I was like, why do I keep saying that? And then I had one. And I was like, man, I want to have some more kids. But
Yeah, dude.
we'll see. We'll see.
Hmm.
So, where can the people see you fight? When's your next fight?
So my next one is up next. I believe it's in Commerce, California at the Commerce Casino.
Commerce?
Yes, sir.
Commerce, California. In the
Yeah, it's at
casino.
the casino, and that shit is crazy. I love the atmosphere. I love going there. Every single time I'm there, it feels like because I've fought before at places and it felt dark. It felt like everybody wanted me to get knocked the fuck out. You know what I mean? And I'm like, this shit is
No.
evil. And this place, I feel like every time I go there, they truly want you to be better, and they're really trying to find like people who want to be stars and stuff, and it feels good to fight for them, you know.
So, okay, so somebody sets that up for you. So you got like a manager and everything.
I mean, technically, my coach is kind of like my manager, but I don't have a manager now.
Cool. So we got to get the
Mhm.
word out. That's what we're gonna
Yes,
do. All
sir.
right. Um. Okay. So you want to start a universe with your art? I would like to help
Mhm.
you with that if I can.
Of course.
I know I'm not like the biggest deal on the internet or whatever, but I'm trying to start some shit. So if you want to work with me, that'll be fun. And we're gonna run out of time here. That's why I'm like wrapping it up.
Yeah, yeah,
It'll
yeah. I
just
can see
hang
that.
up on you, and I don't want to
I see
fucking
it.
I don't
Mhm.
want to have you feel like, oh, this motherfucker just hung up on me. But so Commerce, California. Do you have a date for that? Maybe
I believe it was
I
the
got some friends.
24th.
The 24th of this
Yes.
month.
Yes. I
So
believe so.
February 24th, go see your boy Angel Bacerra.
See?
Bacerra, Angel Bacerra.
Yeah.
26-year-old phenom coming up in the ranks. We want to see him February 24th at the Commerce, California Casino. You better be there or you're going to be square. But I just want to promote your fights and maybe you can give me a flyer or something. I'll post it on the Pizza Head podcast and,
Sure.
I don't know, fuck it, know. Whatever you want
Yeah,
to
bro.
do. So,
Let's do it.
so yeah, we got 3 minutes here. You want to say anything else to the peoples?
Mm, my girlfriend Pearl's pretty cool. That's pretty much it. She'd probably hate
Hi,
me if I didn't say
Pearl.
something about her. There you go. Hi, Pearl.
Hi.
You know, she's got me to where I'm at. I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't without her. So
Look at
that's
that. And
awesome.
a family man to boot. He's got a 1-year-old kid and he's fighting for his family. He's coming at you, Angel Becerra. He's going to knock out your blocks out. So don't even catch him slipping because he's coming for you. The Commerce, California Casino, February 24th. We're going to see. And where can people get tickets for that? You have any idea? You got to go to the website or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. I think it's damn it. I think it's up next. Up
You
next.
got 3 minutes. If you want to look it
Let me
up,
see.
that's fine.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I'll look
It's
it
not
up. Let me
it's
see.
not a rush. I just want to promote your fight because, it's not too often we get a fighter and an artist. He's got some
Yes,
cool
sir.
drawings on his talking to audience now. He's got some cool drawings on his IG. That's what drew me to his IG. I asked him if I could use some of his drawings. He said okay. We started talking. He was a cool guy. So now he's on the podcast and he's part of the Pizza Head podcast network now.
Yeah. So it's upnextfighting.com. Should pop up.
Upnextfighting.com. Get your tickets. Upnextfighting.com. That's Angel Becerra, Commerce, California Casino, February 24th. Get your tickets. So I hope that's a promo for you if that helps at
Yeah.
all. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll see.
That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
But
Might use that.
thank you for doing this and maybe we could do another one in the future for an update of how the fight goes. That'd be actually pretty awesome if you could tell us
Yeah.
how it
That'd be cool.
went.
Hopefully I'm not like puffed up and like missing a tooth or something. That'd be kind
So
of
you're
sad.
cool with me using the video for the podcast, right? You don't care?
Yeah,
'Cause
of
sometimes
course.
people
Yeah.
don't like that. Okay,
No, yeah,
cool.
I'm good. Yeah.
I guess this went very well. I was kind of like, I don't know. Look at that, and a family man to boot. He's got a 1-year-old kid and he's fighting for his family. He's coming at you, Angel Becerra. He's gonna knock out your blocks out. So don't even catch him slipping because he's coming for you. The Commerce, California Casino, February 24th. We're gonna see. And where can people get tickets for that? You have any idea? You gotta go to the website or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. So it's upnextfighting.com. Should pop up.
Upnextfighting.com. Get your tickets. Upnextfighting.com. That's Angel Becerra, Commerce, California Casino, February 24th.